Hello. 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 Welcome, OMFL Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tim's Take. It is the start of season 115. It's been a while since we talked. Um, so let's dive right in. We finished last season disappointed to miss the playoffs after 11-6 record. Um, but hopeful that we were one of the stronger teams and um, we can make a run. We looked at what happened last year with Bird and the Panthers making a run and winning a bowl. Um, we've seen it previously with Colin winning, and we've seen Bill from the Giants making a run. So there's nothing that says that we can't make a run. We can't make the playoffs and then get on a run. That's what we're looking for. We're hopeful for that. Um, we had to make some difficult decisions this offseason as we ran into money situation. Um, some of the players were expendable, and we had to let them go. Um, we had to make some very difficult decisions on some of them. The most notable was we had to cut St. Brown. Now, top player, 98 overall receiver. Come on, you don't have the money to do it. I exhausted everything I could. I tried moving players. I put Connor Turner in the center on the block, almost had a deal. I put Kirby Joseph on the block, almost had a deal. And in the end, nothing panned out, and it left me with only one option. Um, St. Brown was making $38 million on salary with a 3.5 cap penalty bonus. So when you look at the numbers that way, that frees up a lot of money that we can spend elsewhere um, to bring OFL championships back to the Motor City. So um, let's dive right in and meet the Lions. Starting with quarterback is Jesse Fargas, um, 95, 96 overall. Um, Hell of a player. Does everything you want him to do. We're if we kept continuing, we would have a hell of a problem signing this guy because he's going to demand the bank as he should. He's only making 2.35 million this year, and that's cheap compared to what his real value would be, and that's well over 30, probably $50 million. So we got a deal on him. We're going to ride him. He's going to be the one captain leading us this year, um, and we'll go as far as he goes. Now we did free up money and re-signed J.J. McCarthy. It was an interesting move. At the last minute, we added him as a backup quarterback role. It's kind of funny when you look at the salary. He's making 10.5 million, while Fargas is making 2.35 million. So it's quite a big difference in salary. But for the most part, JJ is just here to be on the bench, and more importantly, take take him away from a team that could actually use it and go against us. JJ McCarthy, it was killing us in Minnesota. Um, it's a very accurate quarterback. So to add him and put him in a position where I might run a special play for him here and there, and we'll see if we can get some things going, some new looks. But more importantly, he's away from somebody that would hurt us. You guys have to apologize. I'm recovering from a cold. I'm getting better, but I had the flu bug. It was nasty going around here for the past few days, so that's delayed me doing Tim's Take until today. Our running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, is the main running back. We He's going to get a bulk load of the carries. He's got a new jersey number this year, wearing number 0, as that's his current one for the upcoming Detroit Lions season. Um, an interesting backup. His backup is now Blake Corum. Um, so kind of weird seeing a Spartan fan have J.J. McCarthy and Blake Corum. But if he can help us win, he can help us win. That's why I'm looking at it. John Marion is third running back, and he will get carries here and there. Alonzo Hickson also made the team. I liked a lot of the things that he's his attributes, and if need be, he can step in too. Fullback is Tyreek Vernon from William and Mary. Just block for me. That's all I'm asking for you. Receiving core. This is where it's a little strange here. No, like I said, no St. Brown. We had to unfortunately let him go. But our receiving core is strong. Jameson Williams comes back from a Pro Bowl season, so he's going to get a bulk load of the receptions. But we added Jamal Bone, who is going to be taking over in the St. Brown role. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have made the St. Brown move knowing that there was a chance I could get him. So we got rid of him, and the same moments later made the free agent bid to get Jamal Bone, and he will help us out immediately. Demario Douglas is an interesting player, as he will be a slot receiver. He's going to fill in what Quaz Watkins was. Carlos Underwood was drafted. We really like a lot of the skill sets he does, so he's gonna get some catches. Some good looks as for a rookie. Andrew Woods, very effective receiver. I've used him a couple of times in practice. Pretty solid. J.J. Hewitt, a little speed, a little short guy for trickeration, but I'm really looking for him as potentially kick returns and punt returns. And then special packages that you might go. Hopefully the main guys up front stay healthy. We'll have to dive into the backups. Sam Laporta is the main tight end, one of the top tight ends in the league. His backups are interesting. Kerry Kitchen comes in for a second year, 2 years experience. So interesting to see. And Joe Kincaid comes in as a rookie. Good size, good blocking. All these guys are going to be blocking. Sam Ford will get a lot of catches. Offensive line, not much has really changed. The depth has changed. The backups have. Penny Sewell's to the left side with John Runyon added to the left side. Most keeping score. That's 3 Michigan players on the team, on the Lions. Chadwick Crowder comes in. David Hutchins is the backup. Connor Turner remains at center, with Don Blethel now moving over from guard to center. Anthony Harrison's the starting right guard. DJ Humphries is added from free agency, so we're looking at depth in the position that, if needed. Tracy Warwick was a stud first round last year, so 22-year-old, 84 overall. Very good right guard, right tackle. Possible import. So Bobby Benyard backs him up. Marquise Thomas returns to the left end, along with Tyrone Townsend. These tandem repeat from last year. So does these ones. Agent Hutchison. That's 4 Michigan players. And Devon Maynard. Defensive tackle, we had to change things up a little bit. Lee McNeil we had to let walk and we couldn't re-sign. But we addressed a lot of the issues in free agency, and we did a really good drafting the previous year. So we have some players that are ready to step up. James Bailey's the star defensive tackle. Cole Melvin is on his second year. Very good when he filled in for injuries from McNeil. he came in and was pretty solid. But Billy Bauman, the second round pick for San Diego State, is going to take a lot of the second D tackles reps. So we're looking for him to be um, stuff in the run, being the run stuffer. Felix Allen returns. He's another one that we're really happy with what we had last year, and he makes a team again. Left outside linebacker, we had to let Jack Campbell go. We also had to let Malcolm Rodriguez go. Difficult decisions, but we addressed it with our first round pick, Jim Stafford. Um, so he's very quick, good tackling skills. He's a possible import, and we'll see impact he has this season. Tracy Kinney returns as the backup role. Um, Michael Phillips is the leader of the linebacker core right now. Well, he is the middle linebacker, not the leader. The leader is Bruce Ross still. But Phillips had a very good year two. Um, and he's another one that's potentially an import. Javon Carlos, I liked him as a backup. So I brought him back over. C.J. Bonds was drafted, so he's going to make the team. We'll see where we go. Bruce Ross, his final year. So those that appreciate him and those that he was a pain in their ass. This is the last time you have to deal with him. So he is going out strong this year. So definitely into the All-NFL Hall of Fame. Logan Wilson's the backup. Rios required. I liked his speed, his tackling ability, and he should be able to step in if need be. Deontay Scott also was last year, the 30-year-old, one of two guys that trade drafted that are still here. He's going to go out on top. Very good CB. Shutdown, one of those shutdown CBs, and we're definitely going to miss him next season, him and Ross. So, but that's the challenge of imports. They do grow up, and you have to look out for the future. Terrion Arnold's back as CB2. Brian Carson, his second season as a nickel. I'm really happy with Amir Robertson from Michigan State. There's one from the Spartans. So I'm just see if he gets a role. He's definitely going to be in a dime package. Nick Livingston from Florida and Carlos Thornton from Mississippi State. Round up the CBs. Kirby Joseph is our star free safety, and he's returning. Not much I can say about Kirby Joseph. He's a ball hawk, and he deflects passes and does well. Darion Taylor Demerson is now the backup free safety, and we'll be looking for him to. I like his speed, 92. Make a roll if need be, and fill in. Our strong safety is Brian Branch as usual. Not much I could say. He's pretty solid. And recently drafted Von Rudolph is now our strong safety. So our kicker is David Howell from Baylor. He's been on our practice squad a few years. We like his attributes, so he's getting the role this year of kicking the ball for us. And Ethan Evans has recently resigned from Wingate, so he's going to be our punter going forward. So that's where we're at. Not much notable names of practice squad. Some players that were recently drafted, players that used to be on the team as a backup quarterback. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully we don't have to use them unless there's an injury. Let's take a look at our schedule for the year. And for our upcoming schedule, it's going to be a fun one. We open up at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Should be interesting to see. because the Vikings will have a new quarterback at their helm, and it should be a good season. We went 1-1 versus the Vikings last year, so we won early against them, so we need to start off on a good foot. Then we play Colin and the Bears. Two division games right away will either put us ahead in the division race or put us behind the eight ball right away. So very difficult. Then we got Randy and at the Colts. This should be a fun one. Randy's a good um, team builder, strategist, and just an overall great dude. I'm happy to get a chance to play him. Looking forward to this matchup. Then we're back home against Nate and the Saints, followed by a return of Nice Song. And we go to Jacksonville this year and play my old buddy, the old guy that used to be at the Vikings, a co-worker I work with. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of colorful trash talking about this game coming up on week 5. But we should definitely handle business going to Jacksonville. It's a business trip, and we'll be looking to close the deal with a win. Then we go from one side of the country to the other, from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to LA. Play Crazy B-Man and the Rams. Should be fun to play him. Always a great game against him, and a great guy. We got our bye week in week 7. Then we're back at it week 8 with a road game in Minnesota. So, depending on how we do here, this is a very critical game, as well as coming back home. We got Dwayne and the Dallas Cowboys awaiting us. So, some really strong games right here. Just after the bye. And we go to Chicago, play Colin. The theme just gets hitting us. There's nowhere to run. There's always tough games. And then if you were going to Green Bay and Priest, you're going to find yourself leaving with a loss. We need to win that game. We got a home game against Roger and the Texans. Roger always puts up a great fight, as well as looks like Roger's the Thanksgiving Day game, and Priest is the Green Bay home game right after. So some really good games here. Twinkie and the Eagles we play in Philadelphia. I'll be interested to see what the quarterback situation looks. It looks like Danny Dixon's there now, the quarterback, and Maniac and the Buffalo Bills. You also drafted a quarterback to see who was the quarterback over there. Last time we played at Buffalo was a crazy back and forth defensive strong offensive struggle game that we ended up losing because we couldn't kick a field goal to save our life at the end. So interested to see what happens there. Then we're back home at Ford Field against Trey and the Commanders. This should be another fun one as we look to repeat what we did last year and come away with a win versus the old Lions owner. Kobe and the Titans after. And we end the season against the Bill and the New York Giants. So looks like there's a lot of chance for wins, a lot of very competitive games here on the schedule. And it should be a fun schedule for the upcoming season. So I wish everybody best of luck on the upcoming season, 115. Let's close Ben 25 strong. And enjoy the game. Later.